Fact or fiction, debunking common myths. Welcome to the channel where we separate fact from fiction. Today we're diving deep into the world of myths, those persistent, sometimes funny and often completely wrong beliefs that many of us take as truth. Are you ready to challenge what you think you know? Let's get started. Myth number 1, humans only use 10% of their brain. This is a classic misconception popularized by movies, TV shows, and even some educational books. The idea that unlocking the remaining 90% would give us superhuman abilities is exciting, but it's completely false.
The truth is, we use virtually every part of the brain. Different areas are responsible for different functions, from processing sensory input to controlling movement and complex thought processes. Brain imaging scans, such as fMRI, show that much more than 10% of the brain is active even during simple tasks like talking or walking. This myth likely persists because we don't fully understand how the brain works, but it's a lot more efficient than this myth suggests.
So, while it might be a great plot device for science fiction, the idea that we only use 10% of our brains is pure fiction. Your brain is doing a lot more than you might think, even when you're daydreaming. Myth number 2. Cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. If you've ever been scolded for this habit, you're not alone. But is there any truth to the claim?
Cracking your knuckles doesn't cause arthritis. The sound you hear when you crack your knuckles is actually due to the rapid release of gas bubbles in the synovial fluid, which lubricates your joints. While it may annoy people around you, studies have shown no link between knuckle cracking and arthritis. The worst that might happen is temporary discomfort or swelling if you overdo it, but no long-term damage.
So, rest easy. Your knuckle cracking habit is annoying, but it's not going to give you arthritis. Just try to be mindful of your surroundings. Myth number 3. Bulls get angry when they see red. This one has been popularized by bullfighting, where the matador waves a red cape to provoke the bull. But does the color really matter?
Bulls, like many other mammals, are actually colorblind to red. They don't see the world the way we do. The truth is, bulls are agitated by the movement of the cape, not its color. Whether the cape is red, blue, or green, the bull reacts to the motion. The red color is traditionally used in bullfighting for its association with blood and danger, making it more dramatic for spectators.
So, it's not the color red that angers the bull, it's the waving cape that provokes the reaction. Another myth busted. Myth number 4. Shaving makes hair grow back thicker. This one has been a persistent belief for decades, but is there any truth to it?
Shaving does not make your hair grow back thicker, darker, or faster. When you shave, you're cutting the hair at the surface of the skin. The hair that grows back has a blunt tip, which can make it feel coarser or thicker, but it's actually the same as before. Hair growth is determined by your hair follicles, which shaving doesn't affect. It's just a matter of perception.
So, whether you shave or not, your hair will grow back the same as it always has. The idea that shaving alters your hair's characteristics is just another myth. Myth number 5. Goldfish have a 3-second memory. This myth has led to the belief that goldfish are forgetful creatures that live in a constant state of confusion. But how true is this?
Goldfish actually have a much longer memory span than 3 seconds. Research has shown that they can remember things for weeks, if not months. Goldfish are capable of learning and remembering patterns, recognizing their owners, and even being trained to perform simple tasks. The 3-second memory myth likely stems from misunderstandings or oversimplifications of their behavior.
So, goldfish are much smarter than we give them credit for. They don't just swim in circles with no recollection of where they've been, they actually have a decent memory for their size. Myth number 6. You can catch a cold by going outside with wet hair. This is something many of us have heard from our parents, but is it true? Infectious disease expert. You don't catch a cold from being cold or from having wet hair. Colds are caused by viruses, primarily rhinoviruses, which spread through droplets in the air when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. While being cold might weaken your immune system slightly, making you more susceptible to catching a virus, the wet hair itself isn't the culprit. You need to be exposed to the virus to get sick. So next time someone warns you about going out with wet hair, remember, it's the germs you should be worried about, not the cold air. Myth number 7. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. This one sounds like it should be true, but nature has other ideas. Meteorologist. In reality, lightning can and often does strike the same place more than once, especially tall structures like skyscrapers or radio towers. The Empire State Building, for example, is struck by lightning about 20 to 25 times a year. Lightning follows the path of least resistance, and if that path leads it to the same place, it will strike there again. So forget about this myth. If a place is a good target for lightning, it can definitely get hit more than once. Myth number 8. Carrots improve your night vision. This one has its roots in World War II propaganda, but how much truth is there to it? Nutritionist. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts to vitamin A, a nutrient that's essential for good vision. However, eating carrots won't give you superhuman night vision. The myth began during World War II, when British pilots were said to have eaten lots of carrots to improve their night vision, helping them shoot down enemy planes. In reality, the British wanted to hide their use of radar technology from the enemy, so they spread this carrot-related myth as a cover story. So, while carrots are good for your eyes, they won't turn you into a nocturnal superhero. It's a healthy habit, but don't expect night vision goggles in your diet. Myth number 9. You swallow 8 spiders a year while sleeping. This one is enough to make anyone cringe. But is it true? Arachnologist. This myth is completely false. Spiders are actually afraid of humans and are unlikely to approach a sleeping person, let alone crawl into their mouth. The idea likely originated as a way to illustrate how easily misinformation can spread. Spiders are more interested in finding food and shelter than exploring a potentially dangerous human mouth. So, you can rest easy. This creepy crawly myth has no basis in reality. Spiders are not on a mission to invade your mouth while you sleep.